Hey guys, welcome to my channel, DESC here. Today I gotta introduce the SQL. SQL is a structured query language. It's just a common language for us to access or manage a relational database. The syntaxes of SQL among different kind of RDBMS will be pretty similar. What it's actually doing is just for you to fetch some data, manipulate the data on the tables, or just to change the permission settings. So without further ado, let's get started on our introduction on using a select statement to fetch some kind of data. Let's continue to work on the example that we've covered for the previous video. So if you haven't got a chance to look at them, make sure that you also check out the video that we posted before. Let's get started. As we are working on the queries, let's go and create a new query. Take create and then query design. By default, design will pop out and you can just use some kind of drag and drop to create a query. But now, as we are learning about this SQL, so we just jump straight to the SQL view and get started. The simplest kind of select statement is to just fetch everything from a particular table. For example, if I would like to fetch everything from the students table, I just hit select star from students without any filters or sorting. As I hit run, I get all the columns and all the rows. It should get the same result as getting directly from the student table. If you'd like to slim down the result to a particular column, for example, if I only want to see the student ID column, I can just replace the star with something about the field names. If your field name gets some spaces, make sure that you use the accent symbol to wrap it up so the system knows that the name is containing spaces. When we hit run, now only got a student ID field here. If you'd like to see other fields, you can just feel free to change the field name to something else. If you'd like to select more than one field, you can use a comma to separate all the field names. I got both the student ID and the student name here. So now I gotta introduce another function called distinct function. In this example, I got two lower x. Now if I would like to remove all the duplicates, I can use the distinct function by adding the word distinct. When I hit run, you see all the duplicates are removed. Only the distinct values are shown. So this is a distinct function. How about if I like to change the name of a column? I can use another keyword called s. For example, if I like to name the student name column as name only without the student word, I can use s and then name it as a name here. What I do in a query does not change the original field name. I just name an alias for the expression here. So now the field name is called name instead of the student name. Alright, let's try to do some kind of filtering for the results. Now I go back to the student name field. For example, now I like to get the data for the student ID of S01230001. What I gotta do here is to include a keyword called where. Student ID equals S01230001. As I go back to the result, it should yield the name of the student with the ID of S01230001, that is lower x. If we have more than one condition to consider, we can just use the AND function to tie them up. For example, now I'd like to get the result of 1E number 20. What I gotta do here is to include where class equals 1E and class number equals 20. Now I got the result of 1E number 20. Finally, I'd like to introduce how we could sort the result by a particular column. For example, if I'd like to sort the result by the class and then class number, I can use the order by function. By class number. You see this is now sorted by class and class number. For the sorting by default, it is in the ascending order. Whether if I name it explicitly as the ascending, it should be the same result. It also means that you can do it in the descending order. Now you see that the class is inverted, 6A comes first and then 1A comes last. I think this is not a very good example because for the class number, I don't have an example on having different class numbers within the same class. But you can assume that, for example, if I also got a number 19 for the 1E, the number 20 should come first because it's a descending order and 1E 19 it should come afterwards. Today, we look at how to use select statement to fetch data from a database. Hope you find this useful. If you like this video, hit thumbs up, comment down below, and also subscribe to my channel. See you soon in the next video.